Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin' Up. Welcome to another card making day here in a very rainy Simcoe, Ontario, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. The card we're going to make today uses the Beary Christmas suite from the September to December mini catalogue, and we're going to use just a portion of it. This section here is a section that often gets overlooked. It's called Memories and More, and there's a Memories and More cards and envelope pack, which is $13.75. And there's also a Memories and More card pack, which is $13.75 again. Now these two, let me say, where's the cards? The card pack has 20 card bases in here. Now this is a mixture of a pack. It has some blue and some red, and then you get envelopes to match. Some have a blue insert, some have a red inside. Lovely set, great set to use, and they're a little bit larger than our we usually cut a card that's 8.5 by 5.5 scored. It comes out to a 5.5 by 4.25 card. These cards are 6 by 4.25, I believe it is. So they're a little bit bigger than normal. Then you have the Memories and More, what they call card pack, okay? It has lots of little, like how many have we got here? There's like 3 or 4 of the same thing in this package, and they're all double-sided. This one has a lovely little space to write notes on the back. You've got, different patterns that all have something different on the back. This you could cut out for a card front. What would you call that? Like a Scandinavian pattern. Lovely little trees there. That's a piece of stamp, so is that. You can tell I've been using it. And we've got some stickers here that pop right off the card, and these are quite thick, so they're nice to use as well. You've got some larger card fronts. Merry Christmas, season's greetings. This is the one we are going to use today. Give the gift of cheer. Got some presents. These ones here match the paper exactly, and they have a lovely back, and they match the envelopes as well. So we're going to use a couple of little bits here and there, and we're going to make a quick gift card holder. If I can get all of this out of my way, and we'll see what we can do. So that's it, page 23 in the September to December catalogue. This is what we're going to use today. This is the Beary Christmas DSP, which matches that whole thing. You've seen this before. It's also on the same page in the catalogue. This piece here is the piece of paper we're going to use today for a card front. Now I had cut a strip off the side of this. Of course, it's 12 by 12. I cut this piece out of the corner. It's 6 inches long by 4 inches wide, and it's going to be my card front. Let's have a look. So we've got 6 by 4, I believe it is. I'm just flattening that out. We've got one of the cards from the set. It's a blue one. It's double-sided. You could make these go further if you wanted to. You could cut this in half, and then you've got 2 card fronts if you want to. And we've got a lovely envelope with some nice snowflakes on and blue stars inside. Okay, so let me just move that out of my way. I think first of all, I better do my stamping, because I'm going to stamp one sentiment on the inside of the card. So rather than put the whole card together and find out I've messed up, I'm going to stamp the card first, and then if I have made a mess, I can always change it for another card. So let me turn that around. So we've got this, and then I've got a scrap of white card that we're going to use for the sentiment for the front of the card. We're going to stamp in Misty Moonlight ink, and we've got a sentiment for the inside that says Merry Christmas. So let me just ink this up. There, that worked nicely. And then, oops, oh, it's just a fly. For the sentiment for the front of the card, we've got quite a large stamp, and it says Christmas is better together. And we're going to stamp that also in the Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp this a little bit higher on my card because I'm going to cut it out using a die. There. Right. Those cleaned off. And we'll just close up the stamp pad. The die I'm going to use to cut it out, you see it's quite a large stamp. So I've got these dies, they're called seasonal labels. They're from a year or two ago, but they've got this nice big one here. And it, I think, will fit right over that. Right over the sentiment. I've got one smaller one, a slightly different shape, but I don't know if... See, it would be real tight to get that. Well, could work. Let's use this one instead, because then it doesn't have as much white card stuck around it. So let's bring in the little stamp and cut machine, cut and emboss machine, because this is a small piece of cardstock and it's a small enough die to go through. So we've got plates 1 and 2. And I'm just going to put this on here like this. Put the die down. Now I think I better have a piece of tape to hold the die in place. So let's have a look. Christmas is better together. Just moving it down, I'm getting as much of the sentiments in as I can. Hope that doesn't move. Run it through. See what we've got. Put the die back on the magnet. See, now that cut out quite nicely. We've got all of the letters in there. Now if we think we've got too much white, we could always trim it across here and it would give us a nice oval shape. We do have an oval shaped punch, but it's not big enough to cut out the whole die. All right, the whole sentiment. So back to the card. Now we can put it together. We've got the piece of DSP for the front, and it's just going to go on there like that. Making sure I've got it going the right way up. Yes. And I think I'll just use some liquid adhesive so that I can slide it around if I need to. I've got a nice new bottle. Well, it was new last week of adhesive, Tombow. And this is going to go right on the front of the card. We'll have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. There we go. Now I'm just going to turn it over, give it a good press. I don't want any of the adhesive to squirt out at the sides. So there's the front of your card. We've got this to go on here, like this. Christmas is better together. And it's quite nice if you think it's a little, what's the word I'm thinking? Like it looks a bit stark. So what we can do is we can either, we could sponge around the outside, or we can trim this off so that it's not so big. What do we think? I think I'm just going to leave it. I might just run a little bit of ink around the outside. I just need a scrap of paper here. Well, just to dab my sponge on. And all I'm doing is colouring the edge of the cardstock here, just so it's not so glaringly white. And it just takes a minute just to go around the edge. But sometimes it just takes the, you know, sometimes the white cardstock is just a little bit too white. There, and that's all we're going to do. Less is more. I have to keep telling myself that when I use liquid adhesive as well. Less is more, Anne. Alright. Just going to pop this up on a few dimensionals. And I think we're going to set it right in the centre at the bottom of the card. Just like that. And then we've got this little piece here that says give the gift of Christmas cheer. I'm going to put this on the inside, just right there, and then you can slip a gift card inside of it. So I think, what do I use? Let me see, where's my gift card? Here. So it's going to go in there. So I've got lots of room to use my Stamp and Seal Plus, because I don't want this card to fall. I don't want this to come apart. Just see what I got there. There and there. So that's those two sides, and then the bottom. I just had to make sure I was putting it on the bottom edge there. Just tuck that in. A little bit of overshoot on the glue there. And this piece here is just going to go right about there. And then the gift card can go in there like that, nicely. We've got a lovely envelope already stamped. Not stamped, but already decorated to put it in. So there's your card and envelope. That's the card for today. A gift card holder. And it used the Stampin' Up! Beary Christmas Memories and More suite of products. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week. Bye.